What's going on, guys? It's Bocw here, and today we're going to be talking about the Easter eggs that we managed to get yesterday as part of the the new video Easter egg that we managed to get yesterday, as well as the email that you saw in my last episode that we got from Pon's website. Now, one thing that I didn't actually cover that I probably should have done is a couple more Easter eggs regarding the two maps in the top corner here and in the bottom left. As you guys can currently see on screen, the top one refers to Miami, and the bottom left refers to Moscow. So, basically, what we're going to be talking about is we're just going to start off with Miami first of all, because that's the most easiest one. So this one right here, as you guys can see, we've got like a postcard, and it reads, "Miami, get a clue, visit soon." So, Miami, for those who don't know or don't recognise the image in the background, that's the Paramore Hotel from the Black Ops Cold War beta. Now, interestingly enough, you'll notice on the back of that postcard, it reads, "The Paramore Hotel, fully air-conditioned and steam-heated stay in luxury at the heart of Miami Beach, open all year." But that's not the bit we're interested in. The bit we're interested in is these little numbers here. So 1, 3 to 4, 2, 1 to 1, 3, 3 to 6. I'm not exactly sure exactly what those refer to, but if you look at the bottom right hand side, bottom right hand corner, you can see it says /insert coin. Now this obviously refers to pawn / insert coin, which comes up with this. It actually reads, "Name the game. Identify the arcade cabinet in the Cayman." Now if you make your way in game on Black Ops Cold War's beta, and you play the map Miami, you will notice there's actually a hidden location on where this can be found. So if you refer to the actual overlay map of Miami, which I'll show you on screen, you'll notice that there's two red X's on it. One of which is on the left-hand westmost building, and the one is the other X refers to the visitor center, excuse me. So the Cayman is the leftmost building on the map. So all we have to do, guys, is make our way to the left-handmost building in Miami on the Black Ops Cold War's beta, and that actually comes back with a rather interesting video game. It's called Fishing Derby, or Fishing Derby. So all you have to do, guys, is type in the word Fishing Derby, like so, and that'll come up with this message. So it reads, "Follow the timeline. Decode message in the visitors center." Now you'll notice this image actually you can see that lots of squares and red lines and things like that. And this is where the other red X comes into play on the Pawn website. Now if you make your way over to, if you have an image of this. So if we, you will notice if you look back at the Miami map that we first got, if you make your way over to the visitors center and make your way over to the north side of the building, inside, bottom floor, you will notice that there's actually a big massive timeline about Miami's history, going from back late the 1800s up to the 1980s. Now, interestingly enough, if you overlay that image that we got from the Pawn website, this one right here, and overlay this image on top of the timeline that is in the map, we actually get something rather interesting. Now this actually comes back apparently with the following message, which comes back as HT lingual chaos. Now all these dots actually refer to a letter specifically. I'm not exactly sure how, but these all refer back to letters that actually show on the images themselves. So if you type in HT lingual chaos, like so, this comes back with this, set in the west. So if you look here, we've got like classified, so we've got lots of information about Robert Aldrich. Now from what we understand, this comes back with a few messages on this little note here from the Paramore Hotel. Got like, I'm not going to go through all this, but you can read it for yourselves, guys. Got loads of interesting information. We've got a little post-it note which reads, "From Moscow to Miami, enemies plot infiltrating, assimilating, building their network, waiting for their time to strike. Now, so that is a rather interesting Easter egg for Miami, which comes up with all this lovely information. Now, from what I understand, it looks like Robert Aldrich was in the multiplayer map Miami at one point, and he was looking for something to eat at the restaurant, which is the Cayman, as aforementioned. And he was actually staying, supposedly, he was wandering around the business centre while he was waiting for it, and he walked over to the Cayman restaurant. While he was waiting for like a meal and things like that, he was playing over on the arcade game, which was that fishing arcade game, and apparently I'm guessing his meal from what I understand actually never came, so he made his way back over to his hotel again, and he hasn't been seen or heard of since. So that's interesting. So that basically, you can see that he's been making his way all over the United States of America. So you can see South Carolina, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Arkansas, or is that Mississippi? That actually might be Mississippi, actually. Texas, Colorado, maybe areas of Sacramento, Nevada, California there, New Mexico, and Florida, things like that. So that's interesting. Now, apparently there are some references down here, but we don't exactly sure what these mean in the bottom right hand corner there, so we'll have to wait and see on what's going on with that. Now, the other interesting Easter egg actually came from the, let me find it again, came from this rather interesting image. Now, this refers to the metro at Moscow, the multiplayer map Moscow. Now, as you guys can see, you can actually see there's another 2 red crosses there, which is interesting. Now these, obviously, I think one of them refers to the apartments, and the other one, I'm not exactly sure which one that refers to in all honesty, but that's interesting. But these actually refer to the chessboards, which I'll explain in a moment. Now, where's that image? Now, if you look here, guys, you can see that there's all sorts of like random colours, letters, things like that. But if you look very carefully, it says collect information at each station on your route, unless that station connects to another line. When instructed to switch to another line, do so at your first opportunity and write it in the indicated direction. Start by finding the full metro map in Moscow, or metropole map in Moscow. Now, this was a little bit confusing at one point, because we're not exactly sure what the full metro map in Moscow meant, but it actually turns out there's actually a big, large poster of the actual map in the metro area of the multiplayer map Moscow in Black Ops Cold War's beta. So that's interesting. So I was looking at this map as well as what we got on this screenshot by Pawn, and it turns out, going from my notes, it actually comes back as the word funambulist. Now, I was not exactly sure how we got to that, but that was rather interesting. So if we type in, I believe if we type in the word funambulist in the URL, oops, if I can spell, I think that spells right, yeah. Now if we look at this rather interesting little image here, we can see like what appears to be a chessboard with white obviously refers to the white pieces, and black obviously refers to the black pieces, obviously. And it actually reads, find the chess match in Moscow. Determine which moves are safe and legal for each piece and play to decode the passphrase. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this actually worked, but this obviously refers to like the chessboards. Some people may be familiar with that, that actual chessboard in the apartments section of the map. And that actually turns out that it actually decodes, from what I understand, as the words pseudo-sacrifice. Like so. Now, if I manage to work out exactly which Legos went where, I'll let you guys know. But you can probably make it out in order on the actual image there. So, pseudo-sacrifice, all you have to do is hit submit, and you will notice that it comes up with this page, which comes up with like a lot of context in text in Russian. So what we've got here is appears to be an image of the main villain, I would assume, or one of the main antagonists, aside from the main one that we're actually chasing after. But that's rather interesting. Got like a little bit of a profile, as what it appears to be anyway. And if you look down the right hand side and at the bottom, you will notice there appears to be some more characters that we can expect to see maybe in the Black Ops Cold War campaign. So we've got Eliana Miller, Harvey Spray, Aaron Lee, Calvin Dunn, Leslie Sinclair, Alex Superty, Jim Krieger, and Claire Koberstein. And actually just read at the bottom left, Operation Red Circus. So that's rather interesting, guys. If anyone understands Russian, if anyone's managed to decode exactly what this message means, please do let me know in the comments. So that is really interesting, guys. Now, I don't know if you noticed at the top right hand corner or not, but I actually managed to get 2 achievements for that last part. So I'm just going to open up the achievements list. Now, granted, I actually didn't manage to sort out the issue that we had with the underground beast, for lack of a better term, so with Zork. But if you look, it says actually got the 2 tribes achievement, infiltrate the network. Click here to claim your reward, and when you do click here, congratulations, you have unlocked an extra day of open beta for everyone. So that's how we managed to complete this rather interesting, complicated, but really interesting interactive Easter egg. I hope you guys found this video rather interesting. If you did, smash that thumbs up button, guys. If you're new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace out.